Good afternoon all. We are going to start the discussion on the last two assignments of LP2. So if you see the assignment list, our last assignment is based on direct access file. Okay, so in this assignment, it is expected that we should implement direct access file for any database. Okay, so you can select any database and its attributes and perform the following operations on it, which are creation of the database, displaying that database, and searching. So only these three operations are expected in this assignment. Similarly, on index sequential file, the 10th assignment, it is based on index sequential file for any database. So you can select the database and its attributes like student database or employee database, anything, and its attributes you have to select and select the primary key on which you will apply the searching, etc. Okay, so after you decide the database, you have to perform the operations on the index sequential file. So the operations are create database, display database, then add a record, that is append one more record in that database, deletion of a record and modifying the record. And here searching is not specified as separate operation, but searching is always required before you delete the record or modify the record. Okay, so in this index sequential file, it is expected that you should perform all the database operations, and in direct access file, it is expected that you should perform only insert, display, and searching. Okay, and here we will follow in direct access file, we will follow the linear probing with chaining without replacement algorithm for inserting the records into the file. Okay, so we'll just go through what is the direct access file rapidly. So in sequential file, which we have already implemented in the last semester, we were inserting records sequentially, that is one after the another, and the searching was also linear search. So complexity of searching was O of n. Whereas now random access file or direct access file, what it does is it converts the key into the position by applying the hash function, and you will be directly going to that position and inserting the record if that position is free. But if that position is occupied, then you have to handle the collision by any collision resolution method. In this assignment, we will be implementing the chaining, linear probing with chaining without replacement algorithm for collision handling. Okay, so what is expected is, suppose I want to create employee database where ID, name, and salary are the parameters. So I have to create this database, and as I am following the linear probing with chaining algorithm, I have one more parameter here, chain. Okay, so like we did in the hashing assignment, hashing also we implemented both the algorithms, with chaining and without chaining. So with chaining with replacement and with chaining without replacement. So with chaining without replacement, we will be using here. The algorithm is same, but instead of performing the operations on array, we will be now performing the operations on file. So these are the attributes. These are the attributes of our database, and this chain value is required for the linear probing part. Okay, for collision handling part. Now, these are the employee IDs which I have to insert in this sequence. Suppose I will allocate the memory. Here I am only showing 7 positions, but I can have 20 spaces, 100 records. I can allocate the memory for 100 records, etc. Whatever record I want. And this is in file. Okay, all this table is in the file. Now, suppose first initially all the positions are empty. and I have to apply hash function on the key. So on employee ID, I will be applying hash function and decide at which position that record should be inserted. So we are not now inserting all the records in the sequential manner, but we are accessing the positions randomly and then we are inserting the record. So on position 1, suppose here now hash function is mod 10. Okay, my hash function is mod 10 and size of the table is also suppose 10. Then 1 has the hash value 1 and we will insert that record at position 1. So initially chain value will be -1 when single record of that chain is present. Then secondly we are inserting 3. So the third position will get occupied with that particular record with employee ID 3, whatever are the details. Okay, and chain value -1 because in this also we will have a single record of hash value 3. Then 5 has hash value 5. So position 5 is empty. We will insert that record there. Okay. Even at the time of insertion of 6, its hash value is 6, and as 6 is empty, we will insert that record here. Now at 11, its hash value is 1, which is already occupied by 1, and 11 is now synonym of 1. It is both are having same hash value. So this record will be there at 1 only, at this position only, and 11 will be chained to this record 1, and this 11 will be, this record will be the last record, so its chain value will be 1 now. Okay, so 1 is chained to 11 and this will be updated. Okay, similarly 22 its hash value is 2, so position 2 is already occupied, and as we are following the algorithm chaining without replacement, so we will search for the next available position which we get at this place. Okay, position 4 is empty, so we will insert 22 at this place. Okay, if you would have been using chaining with replacement algorithm, 11 may have been shifted here and 22 may have been inserted here, but now we are using the algorithm chaining without replacement, so we will insert this 22, the current record, at the next available place. Okay, and here the chain of 2 is starting at position 4 now. Clear? So if we want to apply the algorithm for searching, in order to search also, if I have to search for 22, I will start from its own hash value place, that is 2, and I will go on searching its start of the chain till empty position is found. So from 2 till empty location is found, I will search first for the start of chain of 2, and I get the start of chain of 2 here. So now I will start accessing this chain of 2 till end of the chain. Okay, and compare the here. So here the complexity of searching is between whatever is number of its own chain elements to big O of n. Okay, so own chain elements, that is synonyms, number of synonyms to big O of n. That is the searching complexity here. Okay, so this actually you must have implemented this algorithm chaining without replacement algorithm in hashing assignment. Same algorithm we have to apply in the program now. So we will go through the program. We have to create the file using this mechanism, direct access file organization. Okay, and collision handling is done with linear probing, with chaining and without replacement. Okay. Now our hash function here, we have taken simple hash function which is x mod size and size is 10. You can select your own hash function. You can write your own hash function with whatever mechanisms we have studied in the during the theory. Okay, so you can have combination of that function which will return you the position. Okay, and that position should be less than table, the size of the table. Okay. Now this is the record which we will be inserting roll number, name, marks, and the status will indicate the deletion flag, whether it is deleted or not, and link is for chaining. That is, link is nothing but our chain value. Okay. So this is the student record which we will be inserting, and hash function which we will be using is this xmod size. Okay. And size can increase up to 100,000, whatever it is. Okay. But initially it is 10. Now the name of the file is stored in this string table, and this is fstream object tab and a student record which we will be inserting. Okay, this is the object for that. Now these are simple read write function for reading a single record and writing a single record. If the record number is given, then how to read a single record and how to write that single record. Okay. So if I have to read this single record with this record number, I will use SIG to move to that record. Okay. First I will open the file with the name stored in table, variable, table string. Okay. And I will open it in read mode, and I will directly go to record number into size of student. That is that particular record number which we have to read from beginning. Okay. So set the get pointer to the proper position and read the single record. So that single record, that the size of student, is stored in the record variable. Okay, and close. So here we are simply reading a single record, and also we can write a single record. So open the file, and now open the file in read as well as write mode and binary mode. Then set the put pointer to the required position, whichever record number, at whatever position we have to write that record number. Okay, so we will set the put pointer at proper position and write that single record which is in this variable. Okay, that will be written into the file, and file will be closed. So we will be calling this read and write function for our operations, file operations. Okay, and in display function, if I have to display single record with that record number, I will open the file in the read mode, set the get pointer, and read that record. Okay, and if status is 0, then I will display all the parameters. Otherwise, if status is 1, that means it is deleted. Okay, or it is not present, empty space. So we can display the table in that way. Now, this linear probe, which is constructor, in this constructor what we are doing, we are setting the status of every record as 1, that is empty, and link for, that is chain for every record is -1. Okay, and what we are doing, for every record we are calling write I. That means we are writing these empty records at every position initially. So we are initializing the table in the file. We are initializing the table in the file named, which has its name. The file name is in variable table. Okay. So we have initialized the table in the file. Now in constructor we have initialized the table. Then in display all, we are calling that display function for all the records. That means we are displaying the complete data table. Now see this insert function, where we will follow the logic of linear probing with chaining without replacement. Now initially, so student record is taken and it is passed here. We will see the main function. So in main function, we are first displaying the empty table, then we are taking the record from the user which is to be created. Okay, and we are calling insert for that particular record. Okay, now what should happen first when the record is entered by the user? First we have to calculate its hash value. Okay, so initially the status will become 0 for that record and its chain value will be -1. That is, that record is initialized. So the student's name, roll number, marks, etc. is taken from user, but other things, the status and chain value is initialized by us, and that record is now ready to be added into the file. So initially we will calculate the hash value, which will be stored in the start variable h of record dot roll number. Okay, so hash value is calculated. Then the first thing is we have to go to its hash value, that position, and check whether that position is empty or occupied. Okay, so if the status is 0, that means it is empty, then it will automatically break. Otherwise, if it is occupied, then until and unless we get the start of the chain, that is synonym is found, what we will do, we will go to the next place, like that, by using linear probing. Okay, so until we reach to the empty place or we get the start of the chain, we will go to the next place. Okay, and so this loop will give us the start of the chain if there is any element of that chain existing, or it will take us to the empty location. Now after we get that start of the chain, we have to just follow that chain until we reach to the last element of the chain. So while record.link is not -1, go to the next place. So this loop will take us to the end of the chain, and J will be storing that last element's position. Okay. Now K is equal to start plus I mod size, that is we are going to each and every place and checking whether we are reaching to the empty location or not. Okay, so if record.status is 1, then we will write the record at that position. Okay, at that key position we will write the record and we will link it to the jth record. Okay, so we will link that record with the jth record. So whatever we have done with in the hashing, we have to do same, but here we will be using the write function, which is based on 5. Okay, so we will go to that kth position directly and write the record at that position. Okay, and link it to the jth record. So the record will be, the link of the jth record will be modified. Okay. So that is how we have to create the hash table. Okay, and here we are following the linear probing with chaining without replacement algorithm. Okay, and if that position is occupied, then you have to search for the next available position and insert the record at that place. Okay, so the logic is same, but we have to perform all these operations in Python. Okay. Now in case of searching also you have to follow the same algorithm. Here you need to search the start of the chain. Okay, so until and unless you get the synonym, you have to access the start of the chain. Okay, so this loop will give you start of the chain, and when you get start of the chain, follow the chain and compare the key. Okay, follow the chain and compare the key till you get the end of the chain. So if you get end of the chain, that means the record is not present. Otherwise, you will display all the keys. Okay, so your number of comparisons are reduced than big of n. Okay, so comparison will be done with the number of synonyms to number of elements, that is big O of synonyms to big O of n. It is not always big O of n. Once the start of the chain is found, then only comparison is done with the synonyms. Okay. and where we are performing the file operations in this read function or write function which we are calling, where we are performing the file operation. Okay, and in delete also, in delete it is similar to modification. What you have to do, you have to update the status to 1. Okay, you have to update the status to 1 and then write that record after the record is found. Okay, other operation is same as searching. Once that record is found, then you have to modify its status and write it again into the file. Okay, write that record with the modified status again into the file. Clear? So we can execute this program. I will print the empty hash table. This is empty table which is present initially. Then in insert, I will insert a similar records 1. I will insert a record with insert the record with key 5. Insert the record with key 6. Then we will display the table. So this is the table. At 1, 3, 5, 6 we have inserted the record, and for every record it is -1. The chain value is -1. Then we will insert one more record with value hash value 1. So 11 is inserted and we will display that record. Okay, so 11 is inserted at this position and the chain value of this one is modified to 2. Okay, chain value here is modified to 2. These two are chained now. So if I have to search in this case 21, okay, I will compare only with 1 and 11, and as the chain of 1 ends here, no need of comparison with other elements. Okay, so complexity of searching is reduced. Now I want to insert, I will insert one more element with hash value 2, and I will check the table. So hash value 2 element, it is inserted. Hash value 2 actually its position should start here, the record should be placed here, but as we are following the algorithm chaining without replacement, so this record will remain there only. Okay, even if there is not own chain element, it will remain there only, and we will find the next available position, that is this position where we will insert 22. So if I have to search 22, I have to start from its own hash value location, that is this location 2, till either the start of the chain of 2 is found. Okay, if I want to search here 44, 44 will start from here. Okay, and until chain of 4 is found, we will compare with 22, 5 and 6, and as we reach to empty location, that means the chain of 4 is not present, so no element of hash value 4 is present, so we will conclude that it is not present. Okay, so here we need to search for the start of chain first. If the start of chain is found, we have to compare with the synonyms only. Okay, so in this case, when 22 is inserted, it is inserted as at position 4. So if I have to search for 22, we start comparison from 11, that is on location 2, then comparison will be done with 3, then comparison will be done with 22. Okay, so as start of chain is found, we will compare with the elements in this chain. Okay, and the match is found here also. Clear? So we have compared with 3 elements, and then we found the start of chain of 2. So we will compare with synonyms. Okay, in this case it will go. So next operation is searching. So I have to search 22. The details are found. So we actually compared with 11, 3 and 22, and 22 is found. If I have to check whether 44 is existing or not, 44 record not found. Okay. So in searching also we are following the algorithm linear probing with chaining without replacement. Okay. In case of deletion, suppose roll number 22. Okay. Now I will do it. Okay. So this is empty. If I have to delete suppose 1, 1, I will display now. So 1 is deleted. Okay. 1 is deleted. Okay. So like this, you have to create direct access file. Okay. Now I will explain you the 10th assignment also, which is index sequential file. Okay, as we have discussed it in theory, we will discuss for practical also, so that you can start the implementation of this assignment also. Now in index sequential file, what is expected? We'll revise the concept of index sequential file in 2 minutes. What is index sequential file? We will be creating 2 files. One is our own data file. So if I have to add the record, I will add the record sequentially into data file, and I will create the index for that record, and that index will be added into another file, which is index file. Okay, so you have to process 2 files simultaneously, which is data file and sequential our index file. Okay, both you have to process simultaneously in this way. Okay, so you will be creating 2 files simultaneously. This is actual data file where all the fields are present: id, name, salary, etc. For all the records, all the fields are present. And in the index, it is similar to our index of the book, where we are storing the key and the position of the record in the data file. Okay, so only key and position are stored. All the details of these records are present in the data file. Okay, so we have to process or create 2 files simultaneously. Okay. So in this way, we have to add key and position into the index file, and the details of the records will be present in the data file. Now in this index file, I am using the employee data to be added. So there will be records, two records, two records will be there. One is the record in the database, and another is the record to be added in the index file. So here in data file we will add name, ID, salary, all this, and in index file we will add the ID and its position. Okay, so all the details will be there in the index file. So record is the variable of record to be added in the data file, and this end record is the record to be added in the index file. in create function, we will open both the files. Both the files will be opened simultaneously. The sequential file is object of data file and index file is object of our index file. Okay, so both the files are opened simultaneously. Then we will set the put pointer to the end of the both the files, and we will take the details from the user for the record to be added into the file. Then we will add the record at the end of the file. So this is the first thing which we always do in the sequential file. That take the details from the user and write that record at the end of the file. And similarly, simultaneously we will be updating the index. So in index, the employee ID will be as it is, like we have added here the record dot ID, records dot employee ID. Same will be copied here in end records dot employee ID, and the position will be ith position, which we are counting every time. Ith position will be added into the index file. Okay, so this position we can calculate also by counting how many records are already added. We can count the last position and that position we can write. Okay, and so we will create this record which is to be written into the index file. So write that record into the index file. Okay. I is initially 0. So for first record, the position will be 0. Okay. So like this, you will be creating the file for the first time by adding multiple records. Then you have to search a record, then searching will be first done on the index file, and then in display you have to display both the files, index file as well as the data file. And in searching, you will be first searching in the data file, and then searching will be done first in the index file. If in index file you find that index, then access that index. Okay, if first you have to open the index file and compare the key in the index file until you reach the end of that file. So if you did not get that record in the index file, that means that record is absent. So you will not search it in the sequential file. Directly you will say that it is not present. But if that record is not present in the index file, you will not search in the data file. And if the record, the key is found in the index file, then access that key and take the position. Take the position from that record, okay, and directly go to that position in the data file. Directly go to that position in the data file. After you get that position, set your offset to that position and take the get pointer at that position at offset and read that record, display it. So we are not accessing each and every record, we are taking the position from index file and accessing that record. Okay, that is index sequential. Here, similarly in append also you will be append append also you will be adding a record at the end of the both the files. Okay, so here you have to set the put pointer at the end of the file and you have to write that record. Okay. And similarly you have to set the put pointer at the end of the index file and add that record in that index file also. Okay, in index file also you have to add that. So like this you will be performing the operation. In modification or deletion, you have to do the same thing. In modification, first you have to search the record. If that record is found, then go to that position directly, and you have to set the status, the flag as deleted. Okay, the status of that record will be deleted so that it will not be accessed further. Okay, so even if your record is present at that position, you will just mark that record as deleted. Or if you want to physically delete the record, you can delete the record physically, and you can update in the index file also that that record is not present, so that you will not access it in the position flag can be set to deleted so that you will not be accessing that record which is present in the data. Okay, so in this way you will be creating both these files. Okay, if you have any doubts, you can ask me if you have any doubt. So with this explanation for all the 11 assignments is done, and you have to now follow the deadlines of submission on the Google Classroom, where I'm finding that few people have not yet submitted the assignments. And also you have to submit the previous first 3-4 assignments also, which were actually submitted by some of the people in hard copy. Still you have to submit in soft copy, because we are going to evaluate on Google Classroom all the assignments. And your CE marks will be calculated based on these submissions. Okay. And we will also conduct the oral for before finalizing the CE marks. Okay. So we will be conducting the orals based on the programs mostly, not on the theory part. On the programs we will be conducting the orals. Okay. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me, or we will stop here.